Hello and welcome to lesson 2 of chapter 2 of our beginner keyboard. We're looking at chords, and this lesson is a really important lesson. I'm going to be asking you to learn the order of the major and minor of each chord. We're going to talk about that a little bit. And we're going to learn what chord 1 is, chord 2 is, chord 3 is, chord 4 is, chord 5, chord 6 and chord 7, and then the chord 8, which is also chord 1, just an octave apart. Now you can see all this just here. I've put the chord chart just here where chord 1 is C major, chord 2 is D minor. That little M, although major and minor both begin with M, if you ever see a little M next to anything, it means minor. So minor is the sad sounding chords. So C major, a happy sounding chord 1, D minor is 2, E minor is 3, F major is 4, G major is 5, A minor is 6, B diminished is 7, and then of course C major is 8 or 1, depending on which way you look at it. Have a look up at this diagram just here. Now I've put each of those chords on the stave. C major starts on the invisible line and has the 3 notes C. E is on that first line of the stave, E, and then G is on the second line of the stave, G. And then, look, it goes up like a staircase every single time. We move up from C major to D minor as chord 2, or as it says in our Roman numerals just here, it is I, 1, I, 2, I, 3, I. IV means 1 before 5. So 1 before 5 is 4. So that's IV 4. V is 5. VI is 1 after 5. So 6. Then we have VII, which is 5 plus 2, which is 7. And then that 8th you would see, of course, but it's not there because it is also number 1. Here it comes. So we are going to play this exercise as your challenge in a second. You're going to do repeat chords, which means that you're going to hit a chord on every single beat of the bar. As you can see, we have 2 chords per bar. So it's going to go C, C, then D minor, then E minor, then F, G, A minor, B diminished, and C major. Don't worry about that B diminished. Just remember that it is diminished. I'll tell you what diminished means later on in these lessons. So, C major for 2 beats, chord 1. D minor for 2 beats, chord 2. E minor for 2 beats, chord 3. F major for 2 beats, chord 4. G major for 2 beats, chord 5. A minor for 2 beats, chord 6. B diminished for 2 beats, chord 7, and then chord 8 or chord 1 is C major for a further 2 beats. Now, what I recommend is that you say these chords out loud. It'll help you identify when you're looking at your fingers and know what you're playing, and it'll also help you remember this order right here at the very top that I've put for you. Major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished, and then major is the final one. Major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. Major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. Why don't you try it out? Major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. It's something which I've just got in my head because I've played it so often. Major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished, major. Major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished, major. Major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished, major. It's all there for you to start learning and start to repeat yourself over and over again, looking at the chords you're playing. So you know it's a C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and C major. It is well worth you learning this. So, here we go. Your challenge on lesson 2 is to play 2 beats on every single chord in the key of C major. Here we go. I'll count you in Play along with me. Get your root note. Play one, skip one, play one, skip one, play one. Ready in that shape of the claw. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and C major. Now, if you wanted to start off a little bit simpler, that's all cool too. Why don't you try 4 beats per chord instead of the 2? Why don't you try this off as a little bit of training? Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and C major. So, I'll try that. Say the chords out loud now. And now for the real challenge. Now that you've gone through that a few times, you can always rewind and watch me do that again and play, 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 play. The more you play, the more muscle memory you'll get in being able to lock your claw in the correct position of this triad. Here we go. The real challenge, 2 beats per chord. Lesson 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, C major. Not bad. Did you get it right? Were you able to speak the chords and play them with your one hand as well? Try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and C major. I won't say the chords this time. See if you can do it. And if you can say all the chords correctly whilst playing it, you can always look up at the screen if you need some help in the same way you'd look up at your music if you were playing from a book. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. Challenge 2. Look forward to showing you what to do in 2+. If you can do that, look at 2+ so you can have some extra challenge. See you in a bit.